All right, more girl opinions for you. Let's hear it.
I don't think men understand this, but a woman will test you. She will specifically test how willing you are to fight for her, how much you're willing to sacrifice for her, how much time and effort you are willing to put in to either get her or to keep her. Why? It's pretty simple. If you are willing enough to fight for her, to keep her attention, to get her attention, to make her yours, whatever it might be, and this is not coming from ego, but if you are capable of doing that, then you are capable of fighting for anything and everything that comes your way in the future. Live in a society where things go to and what I need to know is that as capable as I am to get through the that happens, my partner is capable of getting through it too.
I just want to point out how self-righteous they all are. They're all trying to justify why they do things and how it's always the holiest and most correct thing to do. What I find ironic about it, though, is that in practice, the reality is often quite different. I think for a lot of guys, including myself, I think we're getting tired of the constant preaching by women. What I find so fascinating is how women always take the moral superiority approach. They are always holier than thou as they're saying all these different things about why they do this and how it's justified, even though it's annoying. And at the center of it all, it's always them. I must test you so that I can know that you can keep me safe and all this stuff, which is great. I understand from some perspective why that makes sense. The main issue I have, though, is that in a modern context, it's nothing more than just picking your favorite piece of candy. And now you're trying to justify why this candy is the ultimate candy and nothing else compares with it. And then you go to reality and look at the candy that are actually picking, and it's never what they say is the best. Of course, most of the time, you're not going to have that direct piece of evidence in your hand so that you can chalk up everything they're saying to a bunch of shit. For this reason, you have to give benefit of the doubt and entertain it to some degree until eventually you find out that it's not real. Essentially, you got to play into this fantasy to some degree. Hopefully this makes sense.
Why? Because 5, 10, 20 years from now, we will have a home, we will have pets, we will have kids.
Yeah, if the guy earns it. If the guy earns it, you'll have those things. You see how all of these things we're going to have. So she's dictating how it's going to be based on her fantasy, and you are a pawn in that story. You are the curator, but you're not the main character. She's the main character. You're just in her story doing all of these things for her because she's special. She just deserves it because it's me. You get me. And I'm the best. I'm the most special. That's all this is. Hey guys, before we keep going, I want to quickly let you know about my Modern Dating Mastery course. If you haven't heard me mention it before, it's a dating course I've made that teaches you all the main things on how to master modern dating. Whether you're a beginner in dating or you just want to refine your knowledge, this course is for everyone. Through helping men, I've noticed a lot of them struggle with understanding and communicating with women. They had a girl who was in love with them, then she started losing respect and the relationship ended. Or they thought they can get a girl to like them by being their personal servant. Sometimes it can even be as simple as just saying the wrong thing or responding incorrectly. A lot of this comes from believing what they've been told about dating women instead of the actual truth. And when they learn the truth, their dating life and confidence start to drastically improve. These are the core teachings of the Modern Dating Mastery course. I go over all the mainstream dating lies most guys fall for and correct them with the truth. Then I follow up with some theory to prepare you for the final part of the course where I go over all the different ways women will test you while you're dating them. Fundamental tests, social tests, physical tests, emotional tests, and even financial tests. Each section has videos where I break down exactly how she'll test you along with how to respond so you're always passing them. There are over 60 videos in total and it comes with a PDF cheat sheet for quick review. For those of you who are interested, I've got my biggest sale of the year going on right now with the course being 67% off. Click the link at the top of the description to learn more about it. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Our parents are going to be old and frail. I need to know that you are not going to be incompetent. I think that is why women are looking for men with money. Not because of the money, but a man that makes money will break through walls. Because if you can win my heart, then you would either be able to win a war or to negotiate a peaceful relation with aliens.
So winning your heart in your eyes is equal to winning war. I do understand what she's trying to say, trying to talk about things from some sort of a metaphorical, metaphysical perspective, but once again, right? I don't like this notion of comparing drastic, tangible events to winning you over, which is likely not as difficult as you like to pretend. But of course, you have to display this facade that your value is so high and you only allow the highest value people in your life. It's the ultimate form of self-empowerment, but almost in this degenerate way.
Whatever it might be. Modern women, we had to step up in the whole world of survival of the fittest. So for sure am I going to be testing you. And trust me, the tests are easy. It's actually really easy.
Stepping up in what way? Getting jobs? I don't think our part of the world needs more women stepping up in jobs. That's probably the last thing we need. We need women to step up and do what they're supposed to do. Have children with quality men and stop pretending like the whole world revolves around you. It doesn't, and it never will. Sure, we live in a feminine era now where women are propped up and women are more convinced that the world rotates around them, but you really didn't step up in any way. You bought into a fantasy narrative that gave you power in the short term, but in the long term will make you less happy. And now you're trying to pull the wool over our eyes like many modern women try to do, and try to act like you're the one that stepped up and we're the ones that are lacking and we need to do our part. All you did was just kick the can down the road. Unfortunately, the vast majority of women now believe in this fantasy to some degree. Even your most hardcore tradcon is still going to believe in some of these feminist principles to some level. In the end of the day, it's all about narrative and power and who gets the ultimate benefit. Women want to have their cake and eat it too, and we live in an era where it's entirely possible for them with almost no consequence. Unfortunately, it's still going to get worse until it starts to get better. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out Modern Dating Mastery in the description down below.